Hey guys, Tracy Adams, Key Lending Solutions, your Louisiana mortgage coach. We are going to continue on with the ABCs of mortgage and talk about the letter M today. And yes, of course, we're going to talk about mortgages. So we're going to get right into it. When you go to purchase a home, if you do not have 100% cash reserves to purchase the property, you're looking at actually financing the home. And that becomes your real estate mortgage. It's a promise to pay the bank back so that you can stay in your home and provide for your family. So what we like to do at Key Lending is kind of get you a game plan for that process. So it starts with, again, a pre-approval. I talk about that a lot. And pre-approval basically just means that let's sit down and look at your family budget. Let's look at your credit profile. Let's look at your income and see what mathematically you're approved for versus what you feel comfortable paying every month. Because sometimes those numbers are very, very different. There are a multitude of mortgage programs. There are lenders all over the place. Everybody offers generally the same core four programs, but there are so many ones out there that splinter off of those four programs as well. I'm going to talk about a couple today, and I'm going to show you some financing on that. But generally speaking, a lot of it will boil down to what do you want to pay per month? What does that monthly note look like for you? How much room do you need for your family? And that'll help us determine the size. And how much money do you have to put down, if any? If you don't, that's okay. There's programs out there for that. Or if you have a small down payment, there's programs out there for that. When I meet with clients, I kind of find out what that situation is first, and then that opens a dialogue for loans after that. So just because you don't have a down payment does not rule you out from being able to purchase a home, especially if you are renting. I posted on Facebook the other day and I said that rent is 100% interest on an interest rate. So most mortgage rates are running between 4 and 5%. And if you're paying rent, none of your payment goes toward the purchase of the home or the apartment that you're in. If you're financing a home, some of your mortgage payment goes into the purchase or to the actual equity of the home. So you're building wealth through real estate. I'm going to show you a little bit about how that works, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's just say that you are paying $1,300 a month in rent, this particular analysis that I have. And you're ready to buy a home. And if you'll notice, I have highlighted the $200,000 price point. In the first column, this is a traditional, if you've never owned a home before, you could get a conventional loan with a 3% down payment. And you could finance, again, 97% of the value of the home. So in this case, your loan amount would be $194,000. Your rate would be somewhere around 4.5. And look at this, your total monthly obligation would be less than what you're paying in rent. Now this 1284 number does include insurance and taxes. When I quote fees and cost and payment for a client, I'm going to include taxes and insurance. Whether it's homeowners and flood or just homeowners, we're going to give you a total monthly payment. So be very careful when you're going into open houses or you receive a flyer or you're looking online. Sometimes, majority of the time actually, those payments do not reflect insurance and taxes included, so you're not getting the full analysis of what your payment would include. If you're not sure, call me. I'd be happy to go over it with you as well. Also, the nice shiny interest rate online that you see, there may be some other factors in there. You want to shop local with someone that you know and trust, and so that we can go over the actual cost breakdown on the transaction. Now the second column would be a similar loan, $200,000 sales price. You finance 97%. Again, that's a 3% down payment. But instead of bringing your own funds to closing, you get a grant. So in this situation, you would not have to bring any funds to closing because we have a great organization called CAFA, Capital Area Finance Authority, in the greater Baton Rouge area and other areas in Louisiana where you can get grant money to assist with your down payment. Now, some of these programs that I'm going to be talking about have income limitations or property location limitations. But if you want more information on those, I'd love to speak with you because there's a ton of options out there. Okay. The third column is your traditional rural development loan. Now, rural development wants to facilitate home ownership in less densely populated areas. So they offer a solution for families to purchase property with 100% financing. So you finance 100% of the sales price, and your monthly note would be around $13.20. So still very close to what you would pay in your rent obligation. The last column is an FHA loan, Federal Housing Administration loan, another low down payment option, which is 3.5%. So you finance 96.5% of the sales price, which in this case would be $193,000, and then we add the mortgage insurance premium to that. So your payment's going to be a little bit over the $1,300 that you're used to paying in rent. But still, you bring a low down payment in, you build equity immediately. Because some of your monthly payment goes to principal as well. So these are just some basic options. There are many more we carry at Key Lending: conventional, grant money loans, rural development, FHA loans, VA, veterans. We do VA loans. We do jumbo loans for those loans that exceed $484,000. They fall into a different category for financing, and we do those as well. We also carry a home style renovation loan. So if you're building a pool, making improvements to your property, we can lend on that. If you're building from the ground up, we'd love to work with you as well. We can help you with that. We have affordable financing solutions through Home Ready and Home Possible. All of those loan programs are available, and we'd love to go over those with you. Think about this being the largest investment of your family. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And in that, you want to make sure that you're getting the right information, the right advice, and not just particularly paying attention to just the rate or just the payment. There's a lot of those things going in. I met with a client the other day that the actually interest rate for the program we looked at was a little lower than the second option that I gave her, but the second option would allow her to build equity much quicker. And if she's going to sell the property in 5 to 7 years, it was a more viable option and more inexpensive in the long term. So we got to look at the overall picture and what your financing goals are. So do your homework. If you've got an initial approval from a lender, fantastic. If you would like a comparison quote, we would love to give that to you as well. We offer $250 off your appraisal, free pre-approval process. And again, I tell people, don't be afraid of your credit reality. Let's get you pre-approved. And as always, Key Lending Solutions, if you have a lending need, we have your solution. So let us get you the key to the castle. I hope you have a great week.